Welcome.
Let's go.
Welcome back to welcome back. We can't say welcome back no more because this is the first time for this one.
Mm-hmm.
So welcome.
Welcome.
We should say.
Yes,
yeah.
welcome.
This side show we're going to have going on, the Sports Talk on the Outsiders podcast.
With your hosts, Trent Gonzalez and Colton Corum, as you know us through the regular Outsiders podcast. This is just something that we think that will be very beneficial to not only us, because we love talking about sports, but just in general. I mean, where we live here in the South, it's college, obviously any sport, but college football is like really the main thing. But honestly, it's just a sports loving part of the country down here.
All the way around,
anywhere from college football to college basketball, NFL, NBA, golf, anything. And what you're going to get with the Sports Talk is anything and everything sports, honestly, that we're kind of interested in. I mean, we'll probably do some things that we really don't like, but we're still going to give it to the viewers because some people like it and enjoy it, and we want to give something everybody can listen to now. We're not saying that we're going to cover every sport every time episode, but if you just keep hanging in there with us, I can guarantee there's going to be something we talk about sports that you can chime in on, you can comment on here.
A lot of stuff we're going to talk about today is kind of out of my comfort zone, really, because I'm all about football, really, honestly.
Yeah. And we'll get, as time gets closer, we'll probably do a lot of football mainly.
Yeah.
A lot of football. For
a lot of that, because, I don't know if you guys listen or watch the regular Outsiders, but every time we mention sports, Brent and, most of them just don't really like it. So, because not all of us, click the same,
We're in our element.
Yeah, this is us, right?
Yes,
this is us. So look, just go ahead and start out. I don't know. I'm not gonna say I'm right about most of the stuff I say anytime we do a show because honestly, I don't know a lot of stuff. This is just my opinion, and I'm probably gonna talk some stuff where I might say something stupid, and it might not be nothing that's accurate, but it's just me talking. So look, in advance for today's show. For every show in the future, I'm sorry. I'm sure Colton could say the same thing.
Yeah.
Because, we're going to talk about some NBA finals today and stuff like that. And I honestly don't watch the NBA, but, I keep up with some of it. Not really, but, I'll talk the best I can.
And that's the thing. I mean, before we get into the NBA finals, because it's one of the main things going on in the sports world right now. Yeah. But we will occasionally have guests on here, probably more than likely, and it may be some people that it may be Brent, Tanner, or Gunner, or it may be others, some of our close friends that know a lot of sports.
For sure. I'm
sure we'll have some, not every time, but you will more than likely get me and Trent every time because this is kind of our show.
This is it.
And, always, when you tune in to, I will put this plug in, when you tune into the Outsiders podcast, when you go to our YouTube channel, take a look at every show because I guarantee you, even if you don't like sports and you're still listening to this right now, if you've made it 3 minutes in, and I know we haven't got into it yet, there is some show that we're going to be starting on these new shows that you will enjoy, whether it be money, whether it be talking about the Bible, whether it be talking about with Gunner and his person and by himself, anything, the sports show, the regular podcast that we all are on. It's going to be good, but let's dive into the NBA Finals. So, it's the Milwaukee Bucks and the Phoenix Suns. Actually, we are already we're already 2 games in with the third game coming up tomorrow.
Wait, no. Is it 4 games in? I think the Suns were leading.
No, we're 3 games in. Sorry. Yeah. We're 3 games in. It's Suns are up 2-1 right now. Suns won game 1 and game 2, and the Bucks, because it was at Phoenix, which home court advantage, they won, and then went to Milwaukee. The Bucks won the game 3, so the series is 2-1. And we're on. This is Tuesday, July 13th, which, by the way, is my co-host Trent's birthday today. So happy birthday to Trent!
Thank you guys. You comment, whatever.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Caught up with me to the 20s.
Yeah.
We're
halfway
20.
to 40. So,
yeah,
that's how you look at it.
Yeah,
but I don't. I've been looking at some of the stats. Not really. I mean, I'm trying to look up some right now, and it's not really pulling up any. But I'm gonna say what I know, and whatnot. I've like before the finals even started, I'd seen where I'm pretty sure most people before the finals started, they were taking the Bucks over the Suns. Am I right?
I think
most
people,
say so. Most people are like, yeah, Bucks. I hear it all the time. I mean, I don't watch NBA, but I hear all the time Bucks in 6. I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
1 in 6 games.
Okay, yeah, Bucks in 6. Okay, yeah, that's what they say though. Bucks in 6. I'm like, huh? What does that mean? But I don't like. If I had to pick an NBA team I like, I'd say the Pelicans. But I will say my favorite between the two would definitely be the Suns, and I'll tell you why. It's because of that. What's that dude? He's not number one. Is he not?
Devin Booker.
Booker, is that
Booker.
it? He was like a mini me of Kobe Bryant.
Yep.
That's what I think.
That's what a lot of people compared him to, Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, I like that dude a lot.
Yeah.
I just see highlights and stuff like that. I'm like, and I've seen one highlight where I think he did Kobe's move.
Yeah.
And did that.
Well, the one thing, and obviously I'm partial to Devin Booker because I'm a Kentucky fan when it comes to basketball, and he played at Kentucky. And what was so crazy is that when he played at Kentucky, he only played 1 year because, in college basketball, you can play 1 year and be done. But they had that year that he played, it was probably the most loaded team Kentucky's ever had. They went 5 in, 5 out, and Devin Booker was not even in the starting 5.
Dang.
He was in the next 5, which they were honestly.
That just tells you how stacked
they
these teams
all
are.
could have
Yeah.
started, honestly. Which that team ended up getting beat in the Final Four, and they should have won it. But they went 5 in, 5 out for most of the season, called the platoon system. But Devin Booker, he was one of the best shooters on the team. And he'd get that when he'd hit that three, he'd shoot the arrow at him and pull it and shoot the arrow. But no, I love him because obviously Kentucky Wildcat fan. But I don't know how much he's actually averaging, but I know in the first 2 games he had 27 the first game and then 31 the next game. So that's 29 averaging. I don't know if he had that much in this third game because the Bucks kind of took it over. Second half, they run away with it when the second half come on.
So I don't know much about each team really. I've learned a lot. I'll learn a lot on this show. The more we talk, I'll learn. For sure.
Yeah.
But I was telling Colton. I mean, we already had this show up in the talks for a couple of months now, and I was looking at the stats the other day just because I knew I had to get something down pat in my mind. And I was seeing, and I had mentioned to him that the Bucks had lost game 2, and I was like. I was looking at the stats, and it said, Giannis put down 42.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? And I went and looked at the rebounds. I think he had 12 rebounds. I was like, oh, my gosh. And, I mean, I'm not an idiot when it comes to basketball. But I know that's good. I know that's crazy good. And I'm like, and they lost, bro. And I was like, I think they lost by 10. It was 100 and something. I don't know. I can't remember.
It was close. I was reading here. The game 4 is July 14th, which is tomorrow, which when this appears, it'll probably not be over with. But it's July 14th, game 4 is. And Milwaukee's actually a 4-point favorite. And the over-under is 221 points. I'm going to say that's combined points together. They're saying either they'll combine for over 221. I'll probably say they will. I'm going to take the over on that. But I got the points per game. Booker is averaging, let's see right here, 26 a game, and Giannis is averaging 28 a game. So... And that's in points. And then rebounds, DeAndre Ayton, the center for the Suns, is averaging 11 rebounds a game, and Giannis is averaging 11 as well.
That's crazy. I know in rebounds that's insane. I know. But I think Giannis, he's real tall.
He is.
So it's predictable.
And then assists, Drew Holiday with the Bucks is 6, and then Chris Paul, which the Suns,
I remember him whenever
he's 9 assists. So it's looking good. It says the Bucks 59% chance to win game 4. So which I would probably pick them as well, and we'll do a pick in a minute when we get done talking about it. But I mean, honestly, the thing that I like about it, Trent, this year is it's 2 new teams in the finals. It's not your
Lakers.
It's not your LeBron team or your Steph Curry team or somebody like that. I think they said this is the first year in a decade or more that LeBron or Curry's not in the finals.
See, but I've heard I'm happy about that, sort of. I mean, look, I'm a Bama fan, okay, and I know I can't sit here and say I love dominating, feels good,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, if I was a LeBron fan, I'd be like, I mean, this is easy. The life is easy. I mean, being a Bama fan, it's easy, I mean, you always win.
Mm-hmm.
But, it makes me happy to see that. And, for example, NFL-wise, if I see Tom Brady lose, I'm like, oh, that feels good.
Yeah.
Man, that feels good.
Uh-huh.
He lost, but, I'm sure that makes a lot of people, and it kind of makes me happy, I guess, because referencing to the NFL, when you see a good person lose like LeBron, and it makes you feel good. And I'm not dissing on any LeBron fans out there, because, look, LeBron's a great player, outstanding, and I'm not saying I hate him at all, but I'm just saying, like Tom Brady, I'm not saying I hate him at all, but it gets annoying seeing him win. And I'm a Bama fan saying that, so, I mean.
It does, I mean. I agree, but I'm a big Curry fan. I love him to death. Mm-hmm. But like I said, the Suns, if I'm not mistaken now, the Phoenix Suns have never won an NBA championship, and the Milwaukee Bucks have only won one in 1971.
That's good.
So it's going to be a brand new winner, And so Game 4 tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Central on ABC. Who you going with tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, I'm going with the Suns.
So they'll go up.
I'm going with the
Suns.
Suns.
3-1.
I'm going with the Suns. I don't know what you think, so this is just a guess now. I think the Suns will win tomorrow night, and I don't know if we're gonna be making another podcast before the game, all the finals are over with.
We'll probably there'll be probably 2 more games before we make next week's. So it could possibly be over by then.
Well, right now, and look, my opinion may change. It may, but I don't know nothing about basketball. But I'm taking the Suns in final overall NBA.
And how many games?
How many do you have to win in a row?
Well, you got to win 4 out of 7, not in a row. And the Suns are up 2-1 right now. So there can only be 4 more games. Somebody's gonna win, but it could potentially go. But
I think it'll be tied up.
It can only go 2 more games, and the Suns would win, or it can go. Like I said, it'll go. I'll tell you this: it'll be in Milwaukee tomorrow night, and then it'll go back to the Suns for Game 5, and then back to Milwaukee for Game 6, and if it were to go to Game 7, back to Phoenix for Game 7.
So it's switch swaps.
Yeah.
I'm still taking. I don't know anything.
You go 2-2,
I don't know anything,
1-1,
but I'm just
1.
looking at like right now, and I know they're leading right now, and I might end up switching to the Bucks later, but
I think
I'm just going to take a wild guess and just say the Suns going to win, only because I just know Chris Paul, and I remember him. I think he played on the Bulls. Did he? No, it might have been.
No, that was Derrick Rose. Chris Paul played for the. Who did he play for? He played for. Well, he just left the Clippers and the Thunder, but he also played for the Hornets.
I think it was a Thunder when I met him.
It wasn't the Hornets. He played for New Orleans. They used to be something, but they're not. They wasn't the Pelicans.
I don't remember. Anyways, I just remember whenever I was younger, I remember Chris Paul. So he's old, and I believe the man deserves a ring.
Yeah. I mean, I think the Suns win in 7. I think Bucks get Game 4 tomorrow night, and then I think.
So you're saying the Bucks?
I think Bucks win Game 4 and ties it up at 2. Then I think Phoenix goes back to Phoenix and wins Game 5. I think they come back to Milwaukee, and Milwaukee wins Game 6 to tie it up 3-3, and they go back to Game 7, winner take all. And I think Phoenix wins in Phoenix in Game 7.
We'll have to find out.
We'll find out, though.
We'll have to find out.
That's our picks for that.
That's our picks for that, yeah.
So that's kind of our NBA Finals stuff. It's kind of, we could have talked a little bit more, but that's kind of the rundown. And like I said, hey, and if you're watching this, you comment on the YouTube link or our Facebook or anything.
Yeah, really.
Let us know who you think's gonna win the NBA Finals. Let us know and how many games.
Yeah. We like to hear feedback for
Yeah,
sure.
we
For
will.
sure.
We will.
Even if you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm on here right
Look,
now, so I mean,
all you got to do is comment Bucks or Suns, and then you either got to
Just put a
comment
number.
and 5, 6, or 7 games. That's because that's all it can.
That's it.
It's got to go to one of those 3 now. So either Bucks and 5, and Bucks and 6, Bucks and 7, or Suns and 5, Suns and 6, or Suns and 7. So any of them's good. So let's shift to the MLB real quick. Draft's going on right now. A lot of baseball lovers around here. You got a lot of Braves fans around here.
yeah, for sure.
But speaking of the Braves, they're one of their best players, Ozuna.
got hurt.
He's out for the season, tore his ACL.
I know, I seen that.
Which they already had that one guy, Ozzy, I think, that got
I don't know who that
arrested.
is. I know who the Azuma did. Every time I play in MLB, I get up there and I pick the easy mode, obviously, and I just lob that fastball up there, and that I think he's number 13, right?
Yep,
It's
he leads
He's
off.
a junior. Like I don't know. It's like something junior, right?
Yeah, Acuna
That
Jr.
dude's, I mean, I don't know. I don't watch much baseball. And I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I don't watch much baseball. I play baseball, but I don't watch it. But when I get on MLB, that dude's stoked.
He's awesome.
He slaps the ball,
Yeah, he's great.
and that sucks, man. It sucks to lose a key
know.
player like that. It really does. I don't know how it feels, but Well, actually, no. I'm a Saints fan, so when Drew went down, and I'm not saying Drew made a big. I'm not even gonna get in NFL. Anyways, I kind of know how it feels, as I should be saying.
Yeah.
Michael Thomas, Drew Brees, same season. Oh, okay, keep going.
And if I'm not mistaken, and going back to the draft, MLB draft, it started on the 11th of July, so that would have started on
it was
Sunday.
on Sunday, yeah.
And it went Sunday, Monday, and then today, Tuesday. And there's a lot of rounds in the MLB, but if I'm not mistaken, in the first round, Vanderbilt had 2 pitchers go top 10. Leiter went number 2, and Rocker went number 10. And then I'm pretty sure that Mississippi State's Will Bednar, that was the best pitcher on their team.
He went number 14. I seen an article that said all SEC aces went in the first round.
Yeah,
I
and
seen
then
that.
Ole Miss had one. So I know of 4 pitchers from the SEC that went in round one.
Don't hold me against it, but I'm almost positive I seen an article that said
Yeah.
all aces from the SEC went first round. That's
And I
kind of
know-
insane.
Oh, and I'm sure there was more that went too. I know Auburn had a guy go in the second round, but there's the one thing I want to mention, and I don't know if he was able to get drafted, but I hear he probably will sign with somebody if he don't get drafted. I haven't been keeping up with it, but one of our own here in Russellville, Cody Greenhill, awesome guy. First of all, awesome dude, great guy. Really, what you see is what you get with him from just knowing him through Tanner and then Jacob, our friend. They know him really well, and I hear that he may be getting to go play somewhere because he was great in college as well. Great player. And he played at Auburn and played a lot there. One of the best closers. And
Yeah.
he had to start more this year and play more, but he closed a lot in years before. He pitched in the College World Series, had
Omaha,
a shutout,
yeah.
I believe, had a close.
Didn't he pitch against and shut down number 1 Arkansas this year? Not Arkansas.
I think he did.
Arkansas.
Yeah, he
I
did.
think he shut down Arkansas this year.
So, Cody, we give your from all the outsiders. And I know we've mentioned it before. We'd actually talked about him on our Bible show earlier as well. But hey, shout out from the outsiders. Yeah. Hopefully, we'll have you on here. We're planning to maybe ask you to come if you ever watch. We're planning to have him on here. I don't know if it's sports or the whole thing, but good luck to you.
Best
And
of luck,
no, we're proud of you. Even though we
I don't know,
really know you really well.
Yeah, any homegrown dude around here, I support you.
And also Judd Ward, he's from Auburn too. Hopefully he'll get signed on as well.
I just hope the best for anybody around here.
Yeah,
Really,
so
it's an opportunity of a lifetime.
Yeah, good luck to Cody and
good
Judd.
luck to you guys for real.
So, what about that fight?
I didn't see a fight.
What about the McGregor fight?
Oh yeah, hold up. Before we get into that, I do want to mention something about. No. You're fine. No, you're fine. I just want to mention about. I just want to mention it because I seen the story, but before I feel like it was like God reaching out to me, telling me to mention this because I don't know what it is, but it's just an incredible story that happened in the and I'd seen it on an article on Facebook, and it was talking about a Bama player who did not had 0 scholarships coming out of high school, and he walked on at Bama, no scholarship, and the last 3 years he got a scholarship, and he was one of their best closers they had. And ended up getting drafted 6th round. I think. I don't know. I'm not even gonna say the team because I don't even know. But anyways, that right there, it's just I don't know. It's just an incredible story to me. I think so.
That gets a come on.
I mean, come on. I mean, what an incredible story. You
Is awesome.
And you work your rear end off and you make it happen, bro. Like that's what sports is about. You know what I mean?
I agree.
It's the underdogs. And I mean, I take Tom Brady for example. And let's say Mac Jones, all they're
Mac
underdogs. Jones. They get talked bad about, and like that he got no scholarships, and here he is getting drafted in the MLB draft. It's just insane. Like it's just an incredible story. I had to mention it. I did. But let's talk about this fight now.
You probably know a little bit more about it than I do.
I don't really, but I do want to mention it.
All I know is, do you know who McGregor fought? I know that his leg got broke. Correct.
Yeah. I mean, McGregor's really the last few years, ever since he come into the UFC, he's really been the top of the food chain, as people say. Mm-hmm. And, he's really dominated everywhere he's been. And just the energy he has, it don't matter if he's winning or losing. He's always going to have a crowd. He's always going to be talking to UFC. I mean, the man brings so much energy. The smack he talks it's a great entertainment show, you know what I mean? And after he broke his leg, I mean, if you guys don't know, Conor McGregor was fighting
I forget who he's fighting.
I can't remember. I don't think he was. I mean, if I don't know him, he's not that big, but he probably is. But I don't know. And I don't watch much UFC, but I did keep up with that. I do try to keep up with Conor McGregor because I like him. I mean, the dude's got so much energy. The smack talking. I love to see that's some good entertainment right there. Some smack talking. But I remember seeing him after he broke his leg. He's sitting down still, running his mouth,
he's still running. He was running it when they were carrying him out on the hospital bed, stretcher thing. He was still running his mouth.
I just don't get how people are I see all things on TikTok. I'm on the sports TikTok, and they got all kinds of stuff. No matter what it is, got everything on there. And they were talking about how the food chain's done, and McGregor the error's ended. You really think a broken leg's gonna stop that man? I mean, come on. No matter how crappy he fights, no matter after this, if he comes back, you'll see a crowd there. He's gonna be one of the top ones in the UFC. I think. I mean,
I agree.
He's been there for a couple of years. He's dominated. You really think a leg broken, is gonna, and he didn't get much of a chance. I think he got his leg broken in the first round, and I mean, the dude who he fought was saying that it was one of his kicks that broke his leg, but McGregor's saying it was not. And I don't know, but I think they should fight again. And I think they were in the talks of it too, fighting again. I don't know for sure.
I figure they probably will in the future.
They should. They should. I mean, he broke his leg. I mean, come on, give the man a fair chance, to fight.
I agree.
But, oh man, the drama that it's went on from that fight right there, it's just insane. Oh my gosh.
Conor McGregor's kind of like Stephen A. Smith. He just keeps yakking his mouth.
He does.
And Max Kellerman too.
I remember whenever he got set down, and the interviewer legit sat beside him on the floor of the ring and was like, so and so said it was one of his kicks that broke your leg. He said there was no. Conor McGregor said there was no kick, blah blah, and then he instantly takes off the subject of the kick. Did you watch it? He's like, your wife sent me DMs.
Yeah, I know.
I was like,
I know.
I mean, that's entertainment. That's entertainment, though. That's
he's good at what he does.
Yeah,
the fighting side and the entertainment side.
Whenever you're that good at boxing, I mean, you can run that mouth.
Yeah,
I would too. I do it. I mean, I run my mouth on Call of Duty, and you people know. If you play with me, you know that. And I consider myself good in some sort of fashion. But I mean, I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
But I ain't fit for no UFC fighter. But I hope McGregor comes for a speedy recovery.
I do too.
I hate to see any injury in the sports industry. It really is devastating because I hate that, man. I hate it. And I had a couple of injuries in high school. I don't know if you did, but it sucks. It sucks. And I hope he makes a speedy recovery because it's how he makes his money. So
yeah,
I'm sure he's set already. But I
know.
I really do hope he makes a speedy recovery.
Yeah, I agree. And I would say that maybe UFC, which he does, right, is probably not maybe the most famous sport, at least around here. But a lot of people watch it.
Oh yeah,
a lot of people watch it around here. And I've seen a lot of videos from Instagram or Snapchat stories of people watching the fight.
I get invited. Wow. I don't know. I got some older friends of mine, but they invite me all the time to go watch the UFC fight. I never do, but I mean, I should because we're talking about it now, so it sounds kind of interesting, kind of, you know what I mean?
I know. Well, I think we got one more thing, and this is exciting because it gets me ready for my favorite time of the year as far as sports, and that is college football.
I like football, period.
And I love NFL too, but SEC Football Media Days is coming up next week, and we'll give you a review of that at our next show. I'll kind of just give the schedule out, and then me and Trent has got a few things we're going to talk about as far as these coaches. So, it starts on July the 19th, which I believe is next Monday. So, on Monday, it's Dan Mullen, Florida head coach, Ed Orgeron, LSU, and then Shane Beamer. I guess that's South Carolina's new coach. Then on Tuesday, it's Kirby Smart, Georgia, Mark Stoops, Kentucky, Lane Kiffin, Ole Miss, and Josh Heupel, Tennessee. Then on Wednesday, Nick Saban, Alabama, Mike Leach, Mississippi State, Jimbo Fisher, Texas A&M, and Clark Lee, Vanderbilt's new coach. And then Thursday, the last day, is Sam Pittman from Arkansas, Auburn's new coach, Brian Harsin, and then Missouri's coach, Eli Drinkwitz. So, great. Every day, is good. Obviously, all the coaches.
Yeah, got some very good, well-known coaches in there.
And you got some new ones as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm marking to see their face for once.
I'm getting 1, 2, 3 to 4 new SEC coaches that I can think of. I think that Josh Heupel may be second year in. Do you remember who Tennessee's coach was last year? Was it him?
I don't think that was. I'm not gonna say because
I don't know for sure. I know Mullen, Orgeron, Smart, Stoops, Kiffin, Saban, Leach, Fisher, and Drinkwitz and Pittman are not new. Well, I mean, Sam Pittman's newer, but it's not in their first year. So, Trent's Alabama fan. I'm Auburn. So, I mean, this obviously we'll have some good talks eventually when we get closer.
Yeah.
But Trent, I know I probably honestly won't watch all of it, but I mean, look at the highlights. If you were down to watch every day, which day are you looking forward to the most?
Well,
I figure you know what your answer is. But
well, I mean, obviously it's July 22nd. It's the day of Bama, and I know Mike, and I think Saban's. No, that might be Ole Miss. I don't know. I think Michael and Saban's went at it for a while, like butted heads.
Jimbo Fisher has.
I know Jimbo Fisher has, and I wish this was like with all the teams, because I would love to see Clemson there. Because I mean, Saban.
Oh yeah, I know.
Saban and them talking smack. Like I know, Alabama and Clemson butted heads for years, and it's just like
they have. And I mean, obviously, my favorite day I'm looking forward to is Thursday, the last day. I'm ready to see what Auburn's new coach has got. We've had Gus Malzahn for since 2013, so we had him 7 years there. And I'll be honest, as an Auburn fan, I liked Gus. And that maybe I really liked. And this is gonna go honestly. This is gonna sound like I liked him. You can say, well, he can be a good person and not be a good coach. Gus was a good person. He was he was very smart, offensive minded. It just got to where people figured his stuff out. But I mean, you look, he was offense coordinator of the national championship team in 2010. He took the 13th first year. He took the Auburn all the way to the national championship. He's beat out of his head coaching from 13 to in his 7 years. He beat Alabama three times. I know 13, 17, and 19. So I mean, almost 50-50 with Alabama, and that's
that's good.
Alabama's not got beat that much in the last decade. And Auburn,
if you beat Bama, it's good.
I mean, Auburn's beat them 4 or 5 times in the last decade, and that's probably more than any team. I mean, I think probably second would probably be Clemson.
I think if I could change my day, like if I'm not saying I would, but I would love to see that LSU head coach, because he talks a lot.
I'd like to hear him too.
Like Conor McGregor we were just talking about. That's entertainment, you know what I mean? So
well, Dan Mullen at Florida, he talks a lot too.
Does he really?
Lane Kiffin talks a lot.
I know Lane talks a lot.
But I'm ready to see how Harsin does. And we may talk about that in a minute. Trent, best coach on the list.
Saban.
I agree.
I mean, you can't
argue.
You can't go around it. You know what I mean? No, it don't matter what team you play for or you go for in the college football industry. Period. You know,
I would say he's the best coach of all time.
I would say so too. And I'm a Bama fan saying that, but I mean, I would be honest.
We'll probably have days where we do lists of our greatest of all time in certain subjects or certain categories. And Saban, I just don't see how you could put anybody above him, honestly.
Because I'm just saying, I didn't know Bama back then, you know what I mean? Because I was young. I mean, you know, I was, go Alabama, but I wasn't like all about it. But like, from what I hear is that back then Bama sucked. Like after the Bear Bryant era, and then they were terrible, and then Saban just comes in and changes everything, you know, and it's made all the difference since then. So, you know, someone that could come in and do that to a program is just insane. And I hope that Brian Harrison does that to Auburn, because I mean I love to see a good Auburn. I mean, I'm not saying I just like to see a good rivalry. You know what I mean? I love to see it. You know.
Yeah. What about worst coach on the list?
I would say Missouri. They sucked for years.
Yeah.
And Eli ain't did jack jiggly squat there. They've sucked. I've watched them play Bama. I was at the game, watched them play. They're terrible. So I mean, I'm just being honest.
I'm interested to see Arkansas. Vandy and South Carolina's new coach, see how they do. Because, you know, Vandy's old coach, Derek Mason, he's at Auburn now. He's our defense coordinator.
Really?
And, I mean, he was not the greatest coach, but he did have almost some bowl winning seasons.
We're sitting here looking at the list of the schedule is what we're looking at. And, I mean, I could sit here and tell you that's a winning team. That's a winning team. South Carolina, they've been losing for years. Winning team. Kentucky's been losing for years. Lane Kiffin's is, I guess, I mean, Ole Miss won a little bit of games, but not as nothing that we were expecting when Lane Kiffin come in there.
Yeah.
And then, you got Tennessee. They got a new coach, and they've sucked for years. No offense to any Tennessee clans out there. Alabama's good. I know he's
Mississippi
new.
State's are. I mean, they've always been.
They've never been crappy. So I'll give them that. They've never been just flat out terrible. Texas A&M's always a hit or miss. They were good, then they always turn out crappy, or they're really crappy, and then they turn out good. Every season it's like that. And then Vanderbilt's always sucked, so it's a good time. It's a good thing they turned around and get a new head coach. I'm getting hostile. I'm sorry. And then Arkansas's been terrible for years. So then he's turned something around there. Is that a new coach?
Second year.
Yeah.
He turned them around last year.
He ain't showing yet. You know what I mean? He ain't showing, but they've sucked for years.
Yeah.
So Auburn's always been a hit or miss. No offense, but they're good, and then they lose all the good players, and they have to build up, and then they're good, and
I agree.
And
I
I'm hoping they build up here soon. And then Missouri, I mean, that's probably the worst team on the list I'm looking at right here because they've sucked for years. And I'm sorry for attacking any Missouri fans out there, but terrible, god awful. Sorry, I had to get in that. But if I had to say the worst coach, I don't know who Eli Drinkley is, whatever he is. Yeah, whatever. But you said he's been there a while.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I think he's new.
Is he really?
I don't know.
I just bashed him for nothing.
I think he was there last year too, and I don't think they've done anything. So I know he's.
Well, now I feel like an idiot.
Well, he's. I will say this.
I don't know anything, so I'm just sitting here ranting.
He's not been there over 3 years. But Missouri has not. Okay, Missouri was good 1 year in 2013 when they had that Michael Sam and some of them. And they just joined the league and they made it to the SEC championship and they played Auburn and almost beat us. But we ended up beating them in the SEC championship.
Do not recall. I don't remember that.
Well, you probably wasn't watching it because we beat y'all that year. And
probably.
I mean, you probably weren't watching
real
it.
Mad.
If you look at this list, though, I see some really good coaches. I mean, Dan Mullen's a great coach.
Yeah.
Kirby Smart's a great coach. Lane Kiffin's a good offensive coach.
Yeah, he is.
Saban's good. Jimbo Fisher's good. Mike Leach is all right.
He's pretty good.
Ed Ogeron's just a player's coach, I think. But out of this list, breakout coach this year, who do you think breaks out this year, coach-wise? I mean, who do you think somebody's going to come? Not necessarily their team. I mean, well, I guess
here's what I say. I absolutely cannot stand Tennessee nor Auburn, but I'm gonna sit here and take the word for them. Because Tennessee every year always has some good standout players.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't argue. I mean, every team has standout players.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about really good standout players, Tennessee's always got them good standout players. So I think maybe they'll make a turnaround. With a new coach, maybe something will turn around for them. But, I mean, they always have good players. Where did that quarterback of Tennessee's go to?
Joshua Dobbs?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not Joshua Dobbs. He's at Pittsburgh now. The Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm talking about
how long ago?
Number 2.
Last year's?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
He transferred somewhere.
Yep, he did. I don't know where he went.
I think it's somewhere in the SEC. I think it is.
I forget his name.
I forget his name. I don't know. Anyways, that's just a perfect example though. I don't watch much of Tennessee football, but I know who that is.
Yeah.
So they always have some Alvin Kamara. They have some good standout players. They always got the players. They just need the coaches. Mm-hmm. That's what I say. So
I hope and want to say that breakout coach is going to be Auburn's Coach Harsin. I think he's got the mentality like Saban. He does. I've seen that in him. So I hope he can turn our program around. It may take a few years, but we're going to have some players this year that can go. But I really think that the breakout coach this year is either going to be Lane Kiffin or Mike Leach, the Mississippi teams. I think watch out for one of those teams.
I remember Leach being.
Yeah.
I remember I think I know his name. So he's been there too long.
And I don't really care for I like State better than Ole Miss, but I'm telling you, watch out for Kiffin because if Ole Miss can get a defense,
if they can get players,
if they can get a defense because they got their quarterback back, they're gonna score points. I mean, you said
they put up a lot last season. I mean, they put up a lot on.
They put up 40 something on Bama.
Yeah, something. That's what I should.
It was
know
like
that.
61 to 45.
They put up a lot on us. Yeah,
it's like 61-48. They almost. I mean, it was close.
And that's good for Bama. I mean, that's good if you're putting up that much against. That's good.
I agree.
That's good.
So I mean, we've kind of talked through, and I think that'll probably be it for today.
For sure.
Think? But I will say this before and Trent may have a word or so. As we're doing these, comment on the on our posts as we go, and leave us things to talk about. As far as the let's see, as far as the topics and things like that, let us know what you want us to talk about. If you want us to make a list of say top 5 college coaches or NBA,
like top 5 or top 10 best SEC players of all time. Something random. We'll jump on it.
Y'all
for
comment,
sure.
Let us know. Hey, we're excited about this.
Yeah, I don't know much, but I'm gonna give it my best shot, and I hope you guys enjoy for real.
Hey, it's gonna be
fun. I had fun today. I had fun.
It was.
Yeah, it was a fun one, and you guys look forward to this every single time. Because. But we'll bring the same energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we will.
I mean, I'm sweating right now. I've been yelling about SEC the team. Let's
go.
So
we're excited, and from me and Trent, and the Sports Talk Show sponsored by the Outsiders. Tune in next time. We will see you next time. Trent, let's go eat some cookie cake.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, guys.